What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Friday, March 8th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, let's take a look at the point guard position. I like Elfrid Payton from the New Orleans Pelicans playing the Toronto Raptors, who have one of the better defenses overall and versus point guards. But with Jrue Holiday ruled out, Elfrid Payton becomes one of the top plays of the day. He scored 19, 27, and 31 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 27.1 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 28 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. Those minutes are going to be up because of Jrue Holiday being out, and Elfrid Payton is only $5,000 DraftKings salary. He's $1,300 more on FanDuel, and I love that DraftKings price, but I don't mind it on FanDuel either. He's projected at 35.2 fantasy points here tonight. That's 7 times value. There's an implied total of 232.5 points in this game. That's a huge total. It's a home game, a fast-paced game. I love Elfrid Payton here versus the Toronto Raptors. Remember, we added projected ownership, and that will be updating throughout the day as injury news changes. We also added the fantasy points per minute stat here for each player, and we also added a stat that's new to the industry. We call it the hit percentage, and it's the percent chance this player has to hit value at his current DFS salary. And you can access all these new stats even on mobile devices by tapping the dash rank icon. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I like Gary Harris from the Denver Nuggets playing the Golden State Warriors, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're also middle-of-the-pack defending opposing shooting guards. Gary Harris has scored 36, 13, and 14 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 24.3 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 29 minutes per game with a 21% usage rate. Gary Harris is $4,000 DraftKings salary. He's $800 more on FanDuel, projected at 23.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's almost 6 times value. There's an implied total of 233 points in this game. That's a high total. It's a fast-paced game, should be a competitive game. Gary Harris should get all the minutes he can handle. If he plays near 30 minutes, he has a great chance of hitting value. Gary Harris hits 5 times value 69% of the time at this price. So I love Gary Harris here versus the Golden State Warriors. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, who do we have at the small forward position? I like Trevor Ariza from the Washington Wizards playing the Charlotte Hornets, who have the 9th worst defense overall, and they're middle of the pack defending opposing small forwards. Trevor Ariza has scored 36, 29, and 16 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 29.4 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 35 minutes per game with a 17% usage rate. Trevor Ariza is $5,800 DraftKings salary. He's $400 more on FanDuel, projected at 26.9 fantasy points here tonight. I like this matchup, and I think he scores more than that. He's going to need about 30 fantasy points to get 5 times value. Trevor Ariza has 50-point upside. He showed that 4 games ago. In his last 3 versus the Hornets, he scored 24, 46, and 24, and he's got a 34 in there as well. So it seems like Trevor Ariza likes to play the Hornets. There's an implied total of 234.5 points in this game. I like Trevor Ariza here versus the Charlotte Hornets. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I like Blake Griffin from the Detroit Pistons playing the Chicago Bulls, who have the 8th worst defense overall, and they give up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Blake Griffin has scored 31, 38, and 38 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 45.5 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 36 minutes per game with a 30% usage rate. Blake Griffin has been underperforming, so his ownership is going to be pretty low here, projected about 8%. Blake Griffin is $8,600 DraftKings salary. He's $100 less on FanDuel, so I love that FanDuel price. Projected at 45.2 fantasy points here tonight. That's over 5 times value. Blake Griffin is due for a big game. I think he gets it here tonight in a fantastic matchup. I love Blake Griffin versus the Chicago Bulls. Okay, let's take a look at the center position. I like Clint Capela versus the Philadelphia 76ers, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 12th most fantasy points to opposing centers. Clint Capela has scored 32, 24, and 27 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 39.3 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 34 minutes per game with a 19% usage rate. Clint Capela is $6,700 DraftKings salary. He's $800 more on FanDuel, projected at 37.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's over 5 times value. This is a home game, a fast-paced game. The price is right on Clint Capela. $6,700 DraftKings salary. Capela will hit value 73% of the time. Capela has 50-point upside. He hasn't shown it lately, but he's got a good chance to get there tonight with no Joel Embiid. So I love Clint Capela here versus the Philadelphia 76ers. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.